Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today I am super excited. Went to the garden, got some beautiful bell peppers, and it's going to be exciting because, you know, when you get to eat your own fresh food, all the work you do to grow everything, all the money it takes, you know, you get so excited. So I get so excited. Plus, I highly get excited about, I'm just excited about cooking. So I already cleaned the green, the yellow, and the orange. I have 2 orange bell pepper plants out there, 1 yellow, 1 green, and I'm going to use everything with the bell pepper I can use, you know. I'm super grateful. We had a scare this year because we had crickets, and they came out and wiped out a lot of our stuff. So we're just growing. So I cleaned all the vegetables already. Now what I'm going to do, I wanted to do one on camera for you and one off camera. So I'm just going to go ahead, take it out like that. And then what I'm going to do is scrape the sides like I did these to make them nice and even. Try not to puncture the bottom if you can. If you do, no big deal. I'll tell you a secret. After, when I get ready to stuff them, I put a little cheese down there, and you can't even tell I punctured it. The reason I do that is because I want all the juices for whatever I'm stuffing. Now, one thing excited about today is I didn't give it away. It's a breakfast stuffed bell pepper. I had somebody reach out to me and give me a nice compliment on my stuffed bell peppers and ask me, hey, do you have a recipe or do you know a recipe? And I really didn't know a recipe at the time. Never even thought about it. I told the wonderful lady, I go, oh, I'm so glad we get to chat because, you know, it puts ideas in our head. You know, you would think we would have a million ideas in our head. We do, but by the time we get to them, they're running wild, you know, after all these years of cooking. So I scraped my bell pepper out, and so we're good. I have just a little bit, not a teaspoon at all, of oil at the bottom of my pan. Just a little bit. I'm going to take and just put a little bit in here and just run it around my dish, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper my bell peppers. I don't know why I do that. I always have done that. Okay, so I'm going to use every part of the bell pepper. You know, and so what I'm doing here, all the other ones came out nice and easy. So what I'm using these for is salads or stir fry because I don't want anything to go to waste. And I'll just throw these in the refrigerator. I'm not going to put caps on them or anything because we're doing breakfast bells. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stuff over here. I'm going to get my salt and pepper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the oven for 35 minutes till I feel that they feel nice and done. And I'm just salt and peppering them. This is what I like to do. I feel it adds just a little bit more flavor. You know, give me a chance to pepper anything. Uh-oh, I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it coming on. Too much pepper. Holy Toledo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've had the oven heating for 30 minutes at 350. I'm going to put these on for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to time them. Kitchen timer, 30. Start. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, this is going to be real nice and easy. We're going to take eggs, sausage, and cheese, and the actual bell pepper, and that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to take 1 pound of sausage. Let's get my induction on. I'm going to get my little cutting board here. Oh, and I got my sausage for a good price, $2.50 for my pound of sausage. A lot of times I like Farmland. I do. I think Farmland tastes really good. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Jimmy Dean is really good too. But man, I sure like this Farmland. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this on. We're gonna get this all ground up. And then, as soon as I get this all nice and ground up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the egg together and put this together. And then what we'll do is check our bell peppers, and we also need to make our eggs too. So we'll be back as soon as this is done. Okay, welcome back. I got the sausage broken up. I got some nice, good dark pieces. You want a few of those good dark pieces. It's not cooked 100% all the way. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of garlic powder, however much your taste is. You know, the sausage has really good flavor, so I don't want to overpower and take the sausage breakfast taste away. But I want some garlic powder. I want some onion powder, but I do not want a lot. Just a little bit to give it some flavor. And then lemon pepper. You know, lemon pepper is my go-to. I love lemon pepper. I think it gives it all sorts of seasoning. So I'm just going to add a little bit. Oops, that's the wrong side. You know what? How much I wanted to add, but we're not going to. It'll give it a little pop. Plus, it's going to make the inside of the bell pepper taste absolutely delicious. But because these are already pretty much going to be cooked items, the egg and the sausage, we're just going to be warming and finishing the bell pepper. Remember, bell pepper, check it in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. I always look at everything and check it just to make sure everything's going good. I'm going to turn my heat off. I have no oil in here. One thing I really like about this too is with Farmland, I don't get a lot of grease. I need a little grease for my eggs. So if it's me, I would use butter, or I would use, you know, my lard. Like sometimes I have just bacon grease on hand, and I do it that way. And we're good. And oops, got light-handed with that one. I'm doing 8 eggs. Oops, but it's okay. I have 1 broke egg, but it's okay. I need them to be broke. I'm gonna mix them up and be broke. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my towel and do a sloppy cleanup, which is fine because when I'm done, I'll change out my towels and stuff as soon as I get my eggs mixed. And then, you know, I get rid of my towels. I use towels because I would go through a whole roll of paper towels if I didn't, because I'm very hands-on and I'm always touching something. So, you know, before I touch anything else except for what's going to go in this pan, we'll go ahead and we'll give a wash and we'll be good to go. Just giving this a good mix. Remember, we just dropped our seasonings in, so we're good. I'm going to turn it back on. We're going to drop our heat to 260. Okay, and I'm just going to get my eggs in there. Like I said, there's basically no oil in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this spoon until it's time, and then I'll pull out a new spoon because we don't want to get everything cross-contaminated and stuff. But we'll get a new one out. So I'm just going to let these scramble real here fast here. And I don't want a hard scramble. I'm going to do a soft scramble, but I wanted it mixed in with the sausage so it creates flavor and it's not dry. Otherwise, your breakfast bell is going to be dry. You're going to need some salsa or something. I don't really do that a lot with my breakfast. I'm kind of one of those. I eat chile or salsa at times, but otherwise I just want everything to be nice and juicy. And in that bell pepper, it'll be nice and juicy. Now, I'm going to go for a fingernail touch. If my fingernail goes through it, that's done enough for me. I do not like my bells real super, super soft. I want to have a little bit of a crunch. Not much. But if you like them, you'll be able to tell when your fingernail goes right through it or the fork goes right through it. But I do the fingernail because then I can feel it myself. So what I'm going to do is let these scramble. As soon as they're done, we'll come back and we'll take a look at them and get ready to stuff bell peppers. Okay, welcome back. 30 minutes. Look at these bells, are beautiful. You can see the juice of the bell pepper inside. Let's take a taste. Oh, boy, you can sure taste the sweetness of some of the bell peppers. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, that is beautiful. So you want all that nice juice in there because that's what's going to keep everything juicy. I was going to tell you, too, if you were to meal prep these are actually really good. I meal prep stuffed bell peppers for dinner all the time because it's something that's easy and fast. All I'm doing here is mixing up the egg and the sausage. I'm going to take a piece. The Farmland is actually really good, you know. So if you couldn't find your Jimmy Dean, you could use Farmland in a heartbeat. Like I said, I got the whole pound of Farmland for $2.50 this week at the grocery store. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to stuff our beautiful bell peppers. And if you made too much stuffing, I only had 3 bell peppers that were big enough to stuff. I didn't have any more in the garden. They're all a lot smaller. We do some of our stuff in the greenhouse at first so we can get started growing. And then we do the rest of our bell peppers in our rings. In our, what do you call them? Our gardens, the raised beds, that's what they are. So if you have more, you can make more bell peppers. But look at the 8 eggs and 1 pound. Makes a lot. A nice, really good stuffed bell pepper. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon pepper, because you can taste it, and it tastes good. These only needed to be heated for about 10 more minutes. This is the texture I like the bell pepper. 10 minutes just to warm, and we're good to go. What I'm going to do is take some Monterey Jack and some cheddar cheese, and I'm just going to stuff it on the top. And then what I'm going to do is put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes. No longer, in my opinion. But it's how you like your food. But I'm just jam-packing this because I want it to have a nice amount of cheese on it. And like I said, if I were meal prepping, I wouldn't even put these back in the oven. In my opinion, they are perfect. I don't need mine any more done. The juice of the bell pepper is there. It's absolutely fabulous. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes after these are all melted, and we'll be good. Welcome back. Oh, breakfast bell peppers look delicious. They came out fantastic. Oh, smells good. They look fantastic. And I had plenty to make 2 more bell peppers with the ingredients I'm going to give you. You'll be able to make plenty. I had a nice 2 more bell peppers worth. These are my beautiful breakfast bell peppers. Thank you, wonderful friend, for giving me this wonderful idea. As soon as my bell peppers, I thought about it one day. I should have made them sooner or told you, hey, I'll make them. But didn't even think about it. Sometimes, you know, I just, love the idea. But these came out of my garden. And I just wanted to know, that one is for you, breakfast bell peppers. If you guys think they're a little dry, though, especially if you're going to meal prep them, you guys can use a little bit of gravy or just take a little salsa and you could just put it on top and it would be perfectly fine. For me, because the cheese and I left the liquid from the bell pepper cooking, I believe there'll be plenty of delicious juiciness. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite in here just to see what the cheese. Don't want to really mess it up. I need to take a picture. But I tried it earlier. It was absolutely fantastic. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be super grateful. And I want to thank you all for subscribing and supporting me. I appreciate you very much. Next weekend, we'll be in California at the races and looking for new ideas and new products to bring home to show you. Have a good week, a good blessed week. Thank you.